What's up, Pisces? This is going to be a love forecast for the second half of April. This is for my Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, and for the cross watchers. If you guys enjoy this video, please don't forget to give me a like, throw me a comment, share. It does help out my channel. If you're new here, I put these out every 2 weeks, so don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell if you want to keep up with me as I do. I do offer personal readings. All the info for that's in the description box of the video. There is a wait for a reading with me, so if you wanted to explore your options, I put a link to Mystic Sense, my affiliate, in the description box as well, which is a great company that offers you access to so many incredibly talented psychics and readers at any given time, located all over the world. And if you go through the link I provided, they're going to give you your first 5-minute reading free. So check them out if you feel called to do so. And otherwise, if you wanted to follow me on TikTok or Instagram, I put the links to those in the description box as well. So let's get stuck into it, Pisces. I'm going to do person on your mind. How do they feel about you? Then how do you feel about them? Then the projected outcome for the second half of April, potential projected outcome. The reason why I say that, guys, is that outcomes can do and will shift for you depending on your actions, your inactions, your reactions, and your assumptions, which are all connected to your state, who you're identifying as, and what you are selecting out of infinite versions of you and said specific person and version of connection that exist at one time. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, please do go look into the law of assumption. This is a reading based on one timeline and one version that has been selected out of infinite. So you absolutely can change and shift or tweak anything, but it starts with you. And I always recommend coaches like Dylan James, Kim Velez, Sammy Ingram, Manifesting with Kimberly. How does this person feel about Pisces as we move through second half of April? I saw the Two of Cups, Pisces, so this person definitely feels a soul connection with you. I saw the Emperor card and the Five of Pentacles in the reverse, so something about taking control of matters and wanting to come out of the cold. I also saw the Queen of Swords, so there's something about wanting to get to the heart of things or wanting to have an honest conversation. There's that Emperor card, the Wheel of Fortune. This person, something has led to a feeling of lack of success, or maybe this person misses your attention, Pisces, wants your attention, something like that. The Wheel of Fortune, it feels like a very destined connection, but something about wanting to take control of matters. There could be issues here to do with a father figure, or a husband or a father figure. That could be you or them. We've got Two of Wands and the Queen of Wands, and there's that Queen of Swords. There's something about being at a crossroads. So like a decision needs to be made. This person could be, you know, wanting you to take control of matters, and I'll get your side of the street, don't worry, Pisces. Or they could be trying to make some kind of a plan on the way forward and feeling indecisive in some kind of a way. Like children could be playing into the mix here, guys. So again, with that Emperor card, it's like which way forward. So some of you are dealing with a situation. I do have two queens on the table. Small portion of you, you could be dealing with a situation that involves like marriage or divorce, because Queen of Swords is like the divorcee. Queen of Wands is the other person. Not all of you. But some of you, it's indecision, like a decision needs to be made, and that could involve choices. Don't take the story if it's not your story, or otherwise this is about, on one hand, there's attraction, but there's a coldness, and a need to get clear on the path forward. Make sense? I mean, Emperor card, yeah, is about building, you know, foundations, putting effort in. Something has led to a lack of success in this situation. Magician card, but they're manifesting you, Pisces. You know, so maybe they're manifesting a future, but things seem to be at a crossroads. It could go that way or that way. You know what I mean? Knight of Swords, there's been a harshness, or it's been erratic. Maybe you and this person, communication can be a bit harsh. Some of you've had an abrupt ending, but they're still sort of at a crossroads. Maybe there's a harshness because of the lack of direction. And there's disappointment here, Pisces. Either this person feels that what they've offered you, you haven't really taken, and that's caused a big reaction. Like Four of Cups is emotional rejection. Or you're not, you know, they're not really taking what you have to offer because they're at a crossroads and a decision needs to be made. Something like that. I don't know. I mean, I'm going to get your side of the street, but like, Knight of Swords is harshness. It's erratic energy, erratic communication. It could be because there's a trigger around feeling rejected here. Two of Swords are stuckness, indecision. It's stagnant. It's somewhere also between Knight of Swords, like, are we going to rush forward and do this? Like, because Two of Wands is directions. Like, can we rush ahead? Or are we just going to cut it off altogether? Something like that. Now, you may be in a period where things are cut off, because with that Knight of Swords and the Queen of Swords, it could be a bit of a cold energy. And some of you, like I said, there's a decision that may be needed to be made. Sorry guys, Mercury retrograde. It could just be indecisiveness in general on the direction. Doesn't have to be between two people. But that indecision or that stuckness is causing a real feeling of disappointment. And this person could feel like they're not getting the attention, or that this isn't going to lead to success. Eight of Swords, they're very trapped in their mind about it, how they feel about you as well. Eight of Swords, I mean, Two of Swords, Eight of Swords, some of them they feel like you, because Eight of Swords is our limiting beliefs and our fears. So fear could be playing into this, fear of rejection, fear of inadequacy, keeping the connection stuck, like they're manifesting it. And then on the other hand, it could be limiting beliefs that are interfering with this progressing forward. There could be fears around, you know, building the future, maybe due to not having, I mean, Emperor card is also about work and career. So there could be a feeling like of unreadiness, and then that's causing reactions. I don't know. So Pisces, it will depend on your individual situation. I'll get your side of the street, as I said. But there's definitely like this person's going round and round a lot in their mind. And yeah, there's a triggering kind of an element here. Four of Cups, Knight of Swords, Eight of Swords. So this is limiting beliefs, feeling very stuck. Maybe they're also feeling stuck because they're not sure where you're at or what you really want. Five of Swords, like it's been difficult to get on the same page. They kind of want to come out of this energy. I mean, Five of Swords is like, are we speaking the same language? Communication issues, but definitely like, are we on the same page with the direction forward? It also can be feeling not really trusting the situation. Now that could be founded or unfounded, guys. And I'm only reading, say this in all my videos, because I incorporate the law of assumption. I'm reading this for context because this is one timeline and this is a person that is still you pushed out. It's the version you have selected and you're experiencing. And so they're not a robot. They have their own beliefs and they have their own fears and their own reactions and behaviors. But even that, you can select a version. They will shift for you if you shift and you select new version of self, make new assumptions about them. But right now there's a stuckness. They're assuming, I feel they're assuming, or their fears are you're not taking what they have to offer, or they're feeling unready to move forward. I mean, Four of Wands, Six of Pentacles, something about wanting stability. This is about marriage and long-term commitments, but Six of Pentacles can be about reciprocity. They could feel like what they're giving you, you're not reciprocating, or there could be fears, like I said, around building for the future, because Six of Pentacles would be about wanting support or wanting to be supportive. But like I said, there could be some limiting beliefs about readiness or whatever they're trying to manifest, like stability could feel stuck. There's a Death card. Some of you, you know, there has been ending here. But Death card is also potential for transformation, guys. They're still sort of manifesting you. It could go that way or that way, guys. Like, is this over, or could we, Four of Wands is reunion. It's about house and home. It's about marriage, long-term commitments. Maybe they're waiting for you to make a decision, or they're still very indecisive. Let's look at that Death card. I mean, that's Scorpio energy. We've also got Virgo, Gemini, and Aries. Okay, so Death card. King of Swords in the reverse. There's something here about, look, Queen of Swords is in the upright, King of Swords is in the reverse. So either this person feels that you're not being upfront or clear, or there's been sort of, King of Swords in reverse is like fickle, like doesn't follow through, or that's them. Someone here is in the shadow energy. Now they could have an assumption about you that that's you and they react, or that could be them and you're reacting in a certain type of a way. And as I said, like, you know, you can manifest it differently, but there's something about someone, there's a wanting to have like an honest or a truthful conversation and be on the same page. And I said, like, it's like you're not speaking the same language. Like King and Queen of Swords is about communication, and one's in the shadow, so it's like you're mismatching. Now, when I get your side of the street, you might feel the same way about this person, so that could just be the mirror thing, right? They want to get clear on things, the Sun card, and come out of the cold, because there's a coldness between the two of you. Maybe there's also a clarification that needs to happen around if there's stalling due to financial issues. Five of Pentacles can be financial losses. But the Sun card, when it's like, maybe when it's nice, it's beautiful. Like the Sun card is a really nice energy. It's happiness. And Eight of Pentacles is about work and effort. And then we've also got a King and a Queen of Wands. So there's passion and chemistry, okay? But then there's Eight of Cups. Walk away or keep moving forward. King and Queen of Wands, King and Queen of Swords with the King of Swords in the reverse. It's like something to do with maybe the chemistry is very strong, but the communication is lacking in truth, or you're not seeing eye to eye on the direction. Either that's due to readiness, finances, or fear. To be honest, like there could be some fears or limiting beliefs that then cause certain behaviors and reactions between one another, like the communication, the way in which you communicate with one another. Like King of Swords in the reverse can twist their words a little bit, guys. I don't like labels, but you know, that's like the narcissist of the tarot. But guys, I don't like labels like hot and cold or narcissist or player or any of that stuff, because, and this is controversial, things are going to appear according to what you assume, and you're making unconscious choices of versions of connections. The mirror's morphing into versions of situations. I'm not excusing bad behavior or dishonesty or cheating or narcissism, whatever it is, but there is another version existing. Creation is finished. So you can adjust and you can have things change, but not if you're anchored into an old story where someone is you pushed out and they are being quote unquote this way or that way. You can let them go, that's fine, walk away. This person's somewhere between, are you leaving them behind, or should they walk away? There's an element of coldness. So if you're feeling that this person's indecisive, you can definitely decide. You can choose for someone to choose you. And also if there's the part of you that loves this person and feels really good, and then there's the other side of it, you can select version of the connection that plays out differently by adjusting yourself. Who are you identifying as? What are your beliefs about yourself and about this situation? Because then you're going to make assumptions about them. They're going to show up in a different way. They can't conform unless you change belief about self and about them. Look into the law, guys. It'll make sense. King and Queen of Swords also, for some of you, the small portion where something else needs to be left behind in order to have house and home and marriage, it could be that this is where this person's doubting whether there's success here, because there's a stuckness, there's a trappedness. Either they feel you're trapped in another situation you haven't let go of, or they're in the process of needing to let go of something. Because the King and Queen of Wands is in the upright, but the King and Queen of Swords, it's like there could be something here, like a King and Queen of Swords, you know, that's people that are cutting each other out. So that could be like there needs to be another connection outside that needs to be ended on your end or their end, okay, or both ends. I know I'm jumping around, guys, sorry, but I hope it's making sense. Five of Pentacles. I was going to say, it's like there's a coldness here, and it's a stuckness, and it's indecision. And we have Five of Pentacles here as well. So for some of you, there's a situation, you know, if there has been separation outside of your connection, it's led to like losses of finances. And so this is where things feel stalled when it comes to like commitments, you know, long-term vision. I've got Five of Pentacles. Yeah, so how do you feel about them, Pisces? Seven of Pentacles, a lot to do with Pentacles. Like waiting to see how things play out. Maybe also like you've invested and you're not sure about the return. I mean, Eight of Pentacles is over here. So this person seems to want to build off what you've already created and put effort into this situation. How do you feel? King of Swords, Pisces. I mean, there's something about needing honesty and truth, and then I just saw 8 of Pentacles again, and cooperation and working together. How do you feel about them, Pisces? 8 of Pentacles again. So mutual effort needing to be put in. You could both also could be very work focused. You both have 4 of Cups, Pisces. Okay, there's a feeling of rejection here. You both feel like what you're offering the other one is not taking. There's like a rejection wound. Now you've got Chariot card and you've got the World card in the reverse. It's not over, but it keeps going round in circles. There could also be stuff to do with travel, distance, relocation, something like that with the World and the Chariot card. There's a disappointment here, or there's emotional rejection, and you both have it. So you're both feeling mutually rejected. And 8 of Cups in the reverse. This person's like, okay, 8 of Cups, is it time to walk away? Or they feel you've walked away. 8 of Cups in the reverse is the return. So either you're hoping this is coming back around, which there's potential, because like I said, this person seems to think that it's still at 2 of Wands, like it's undecided. It can go that way or that way. Or Pisces, you know, you haven't left it behind yet, but things are going round and round, and there's this mutual feeling of rejection. So something needs to shift, right? Like in order to change the course. 2 of Wands is also like, just what's the approach? What direction are we taking this in? Okay, there's still a lot of potential, but it seems to be like 8 of Swords, this going round with a negative mindset and assumptions, and you're mirroring one another with the 4 of Cups. And then you've got 2 of Swords, but it's in the reverse. So you want to come unstuck. There's been indecision. They have 2 of Swords in the upright. How they're feeling about you. They feel like you're undecided, or there's indecision here. 10 of Swords, there's pain. Either pain between the 2 of you, or old pain that then is projected at one another. Like, this is often what happens, right? So if you've had a past, this is betrayal, guys. So for some of you, that's playing into this situation. And so I did say that there's something around choices, decisions, lack of honesty for some of you with that King of Swords in the reverse. But for others of you, you know, 10 of Swords is like getting past a painful cycle. Maybe you are trying to process old pain, you know, old relationship pain, which then is being projected into this situation, right? Or like you and this person, you just keep going round in circles and it's painful. I mean, 8 of Wands, you want to communicate with this person. Page of Wands is about new perspective, new direction, taking things in a new direction. Or for some of you, maybe you want to take on a new... Page of Wands is new flirtations. So I don't know. I mean, 8 of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. So effort can be put in to build something with a common goal that's serious. But it seems Knight of Pentacles is the slow and steady mover. So it's been slow to get this to anything substantial. Hanged Man, Pisces, that's you. You're kind of hanging in, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Knight of Wands in the reverse. Stop, start. This is the quote unquote hot cold. So either that's the way the communication is, or Knight of Wands, this is a lot of chemistry and passion, but it goes in and out. It's the Shadow Knight, so that's where it's been more about passion and less about building for the future. And that could just be also because of communication. There's a bit of this retaliation energy. So maybe that's why it can go hot and then cold, right? So again, it can be shifted, guys, but this is round and round, round and round. Now, nothing to change but self, Pisces. If you want a different version of this, if you want this person to choose and they're seemingly not choosing or being confusing, then you can affirm for that and you can select new version of you that is chosen, okay, that's deserving of, you know, reciprocity or whatever it is. The coaches will help you with that I mentioned. Or if you just don't want this anymore, you just don't want to have these repeated cycles or triggers, and you may want to move on to something new, but you want to select new version of you that doesn't carry some belief that is being reflected back to you. There's a reflection, you both feel mutually rejected here, like not enough. Something about maybe not being enough for a cups, like that's where someone's offering you a cup, like feeling like you're offering a cup and someone's not taking it. And there's a fear around that, like what you have to offer is not enough. So then that manifests in not being chosen or other options. Okay, it'll make sense when you look into law of assumption. But yeah, Yeah, the Fool card. It's something about not sure, like something feels risky here, or an unreadiness. Either you feel this person hasn't been ready to take the leap, or you're not feeling necessarily ready to take the leap here. This is also foolish behavior. The Fool card, risky behavior. So it's confusing, Pisces. Seven of Swords, there's trust issues. So old trust issues and old betrayal wounds are playing into this. Either you've directly experienced that with one another, or because there's a lot of this old pain, there's a projection or assumption that this is how things go and that it's a risk to move ahead. Seven of Swords is avoidance and stuff as well. So there could be a bit of this anxious avoidant, or both avoiding, you know, being upfront, honest with one another. I mean, where are the Cups cards, Pisces? There's just like, there's definitely attraction here and chemistry. Communication seems to be an issue. And the Cups is disappointment and rejection issues. You feel like there's unfulfilled potential with the Magician card in the reverse. They have, I think, did they have the Magician card? Sorry guys, I can't remember. I know this is a bit, it's just, yeah, I always remember the cards, guys. They had the Magician in the upright, you had the Magician card in the reverse. So there's unfulfilled potential. They're still trying to manifest you. Maybe they're also trying to manifest stability in career. So that could be where the pull is, like the push-pull. Magician card in the reverse can also be manipulation. Like you could be feeling, and that King of Swords in the reverse, maybe you feel like this person's not up front, or there's an old story, like you have an assumption because you've had bad experiences. So again, Pisces, regardless, whether it's actually what's playing out and founded, or whether there's a lot of this holding back or reactivity between one another or triggering, it doesn't matter. You have to look at this as, do you want it or do you not want it? Decide if you want it. If you want it, there's a version of you and this person where things are playing out differently. There's a version of this person that's showing up differently. But you need to look at what belief is being hit on and what version of self you're identifying as. You're feeling rejected. You're not necessarily getting all of what you want. You haven't really left it behind. You've also not left behind some kind of a pain. There's trust issues. Things feel stuck. You want to move ahead. You want to come unstuck. Chariot card. For some of you, this would involve a move or a relocation, and so that could be an issue and you're undecided about that. Yeah, there needs to be, I mean, you both have Eight of Pentacles, so there's about like, that's matching, wanting to maybe mutually put in effort to the situation. So you could be making certain assumptions, Pisces, and so the mirror is going to morph into what you assume about the person. It seems to be at a bit of a stalemate. You want to come out of the stalemate. Eight of Wands. There's conversation that needs to be had here. But again, guys, before any conversations are had, decide what you want and what the outcome is that you want, and then change your assumptions about said situation. If you stay anchored into the round and round, the old version of the way things have played out, or you're in your old version of self that you're identifying as that has limiting beliefs, and that person's mirroring them back, and then you're continually making assumptions from that place, and then they keep showing up a certain type of way, that's the round and round, and that's the frustration. You can let them go altogether, or you can rework this when you look into techniques and understand a bit more about states, who you're identifying as, and they're infinite, right? Like you can definitely shift this. Anyway, let me have a look. What's this person's intentions? Oh, see, push, pull, Pisces, power struggles, imbalance, stubborn. Either they think you're stubborn, or there's a mutual stubbornness. There's self-love, taking back control. There's self-love issues. You both have that. Four of Cups, Four of Cups. Guidance, faith, healing, intuition, dreams. How does this person feel? Well, they might be trying to do some of their own healing work. Self-love issues are coming up. So I told you, I feel you're both feeling a little bit the same with this push-pull. You don't need to be concerned whether or not this person's going to more speedily heal so that you can finally come together. I don't read that way, guys. Like with the law of assumption, what I say is nothing to change but self. This person's not a robot. They have their own individual stuff going on, but you selected a version of person that's you pushed out with their own set of limitations and beliefs. So then you can also, there's a version of you and this person existing that don't have this issue. So you focus on your own belief that you're trying to heal and rework, and then make new assumptions about them. You know, in order to assume that this person does love you and that is not rejecting you and is choosing you, you must select a version of you that knows that you're worthy and deserving of being loved, chosen, etc. And you'll be able to more naturally select and assume that this is what this person gives you, and the mirror must conform. We have secretive, sneaky, mysterious, hiding information. There's suspicion here, guys. Okay, whether it's founded or unfounded. We've got sick and tired, cycles. How many times did I say cycles? Over it, decision made. Something about decisions, and they really are at a crossroads, and it's about the cycles. Like, can the cycles be ended, or is this just done? Is what I'm getting, Pisces. Let me get you a love oracle. Oh my gosh. Guys, the Four of Cups and the Four of Cups are the classic cards of the unrequited love. So both of you feel like the other one doesn't really, like, the love isn't returned. Do you understand? And it's coming down to fear. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Make the effort. Eight of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Then we have wedding. This situation involves marriage. Well, this person, it's like Four of Wands. They seem to have this desire to get married, to have a stable relationship. I told you a small portion of you have a story where there's another marriage in the mix that has been a factor. But I don't think so. I think this is make the effort to build something stable for the future. Religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. There could be differences, guys. Five of Swords is differences, clashing. And maybe that's a factor. I think that's all material, but it's totally, you know, whatever you guys, you know, it's going to be individual for each of you. There's definitely a spiritual element. What are you adjusting? What are your beliefs? This person could be a strong mirror for you. Did I say the signs, guys? Aries, Virgo, Gemini, Leo, Scorpio, Cancer. Yeah. There's definitely something to be learned, okay? It's part of your spiritual path. What else do we have? Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. There's a need to be honest and upfront with one another and show yourselves, but there's a lot of this fear in opening up, and it's an old unrequited love story, and you're matching each other that way. This person feels they're offering you something, you're not taking it, and there's a fear of rejection, so maybe they hold back. They believe you're holding back. Do you see how it's like the energy's being ping-ponged back and forth? So you can adjust it. I'm not sure what action's being taken, Pisces. I mean, you have Eight of Wands, so there seems to be an urge to want to talk, and things seem to have been at a pause. Hanged Man, so there may be conversation coming up, and it's going to either go round and round, or it's going to go differently depending on you. There's nothing to change but you. Two of Wands. It could go this way or this way, Pisces, okay? I hope that helped. And I hope it resonated for some of you. And if so, you can give me a like and a comment, and I will check in with you guys in 2 weeks' time. Lots of love.